Hello Power Rangers fans and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today I'm taking a look at the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Minimates Series 1 or Set 1 or I'm not really sure how these work. So this is the first grouping of them to be released. So Minimates, I'm not too familiar with that line, but I know that it is a very popular line that has done tons and tons of different brands. I know I've seen tons from Marvel, there's more. I can't think of more off the top of my head. There's some Transformers ones and stuff like that out there, I believe. But of course, it was probably only a matter of time before they got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So these are from Diamond Select Toys, and I think that they've been going on for like decades, Minimates have. So I'm kind of surprised it took until, I mean, I guess it makes sense the Hasbro era for them to get Power Rangers, because this era has kind of all been about Hasbro licensing Power Rangers out to anybody who wants it. As you saw maybe the other day when I did my Innovation Point Action Q Dino Fury Red Ranger review. But just like that, this is another thing that I got at Power Morphicon 2022. I bought this from the Tokollectibles booth. This was actually, I believe, my final purchase of the weekend, while the Dino Fury Red was my first purchase of the weekend. So yeah, I've never collected Minimates before, but I'm kind of a sucker for anything Power Rangers related. That's something a little bit new. Even though I am kind of feeling the MMPR fatigue that everybody in the fandom does, I still buy into it because I don't know. I just do. So this is the first set of these. I think these have been out for a couple of months at this point, and I know at San Diego Comic-Con they showed set 2, which is currently up for pre-order right now, which has the rest of the team, and there's also like some Zords that are coming out as well. So I'm definitely going to get the second set, especially because of this, which we'll get to in a second. I'm not sure if the Zords are going to connect as well, but we will see. So as you can see, it says, well, I'll get a little closer here, Minimates, ages 8+, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 4-pack. I don't believe you can buy them any other way other than this 4-pack. Very light box. Minimates don't really have much weight to them, I suppose. But as you can see on the side here, you have, in this set, the Green Ranger, Pink Ranger, Blue Ranger, and Alpha 5. Very happy to have Alpha 5 here. He does not get too much love, so I think it's pretty cool that we have him there. And then on the side, you get the same pictures as well. I'm pretty sure they are the exact same. And then back here, you actually have pictures of the Minimates. So you have the Pink Ranger, Alpha 5, the Blue Ranger, and the Green Ranger. And it says, alien sorceress Rita Repulsa and her army of monsters have emerged from space to conquer Earth. All that stands in their way are 5 teenagers with attitude who draw on dinosaur powers to transform into the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Minimates features 14 points of articulation and fully interchangeable parts. And then you have Diamond Select Toys, licensed by Hasbro, and find a comic book shop at Comic Book Locator or Comic Shop Locator, I can't really read, .com. It's very, very tiny. But yeah, and then you have this artwork that we have in a lot of Mighty Morphin or just Power Rangers merchandise of the Mighty Morphin team. So as you can see, obviously the set does not have yellow, black, red, or white. And those are the 4 that make up the second set, which I've probably already shown a picture of at this point, but you can see it. Also right here it says MMPR 1, so we know that we're getting a second set, which went up for pre-order during Comic-Con. And I did not know that this box has connecting artwork, or at least it's definitely going to, because the Red Ranger is just totally here, and he just doesn't continue. So these guys almost kind of look like Lego minifigures in a way to me, kind of. I sort of get some kind of inspiration from that, but after talking for nearly 4 minutes, let's open this up. So here is Power Rangers Minimates, and here they actually are in the box. So I do really like these kind of boxes where you can see inside and just see them all right there. And yeah, they look pretty good. So you can see the Green Ranger, the Pink Ranger, the Blue Ranger, and Alpha 5. Now my only little complaint up front is the fact that Kimberly here is only Kimberly. And the reason why I say that is because set 2 has swappable heads for you to have Jason and Rocky, Adam and Zach, and also Trini and Aisha. And here you don't get any Cat. So that's a little weird, I suppose. I'm not sure exactly what that's about. But as you can see, just tiny little figures, not too crazy or big or anything. Like I said, they kind of look like Lego minifigures or something like that to me. So I think the easiest way to open this would probably be from the bottom down here. I do like you have this magnet, little cardboard door there. It does make it easy to just sort of not really reseal it, but kind of look at it. I don't know if that cut that whatsoever. Yes, it did. So we're going to go ahead and put that back there for a second. And here we got what's going on. Oh, they have little display stands. That's very nice. Oh, wow, there's actually a lot of little accessories in here. So let's go ahead and take them off. Everything's slowly coming out of the tray. Alpha flew right out. These guys have a lot of little accessories. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything out of the box here, or get everything out, and then we'll take a look at everything. Okay, so here's all the Minimates out of the box, and I certainly had to zoom in for this one because they are very mini, that is for sure. But you get tons of little accessories here, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and show off the articulation here, starting with Tommy, because these guys are all trying to fall over, which is good because they all come with little stands. But it says that it features 14 points of articulation, so let's try to find them all. So we have one right there, and one there, so that's 2, 3. Do the hands move? Yep, 4, 5, even though his hair gets in the way. 6, 7, 8, 9, wow, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you can definitely get these guys to kind of move all over the place, which, I mean, they're very nicely posable for how tiny that they are. And I do like the detail quite a bit. Obviously, as you can see here, Tommy has a silver buckle when he should have a gold buckle, so that's unfortunate. But you do have the nice differences in his gloves and in his boots, which did not want to focus because this is extremely tiny. As if that looks like Tommy, sure, maybe. The hair is detachable on all of these because I think that's how you're supposed to put the helmet on. Nope, the helmet's certainly a different piece, question mark. Wait, hold on. I know the heads can come off. Oh no, you really are supposed to put the helmets over the heads, huh? I guess that would make the most logical sense. But there's a ball joint for the head. But let's see how tricky that is. Alright, that's not too bad. So obviously there's no like paint on the little jewel or on the eyes or anything, but sculpting wise, that's not terrible for the Green Ranger. So I mean, he has a holster and everything, so like they really did like load these guys up with accessories and little details and everything. He does come with the Sword of Darkness, which let's see how easy that is to get into his hand. So far it's a little tricky. Oh, there we go. So it's painted very, very nicely. As you can see, it even has the gold on the hilt there, or on the handle, which I don't really have in his hand perfectly. But like, that's really well done for like how micro scaled that is. Like seriously, I'm pretty impressed with that. You even have like the gold bands and everything. I am curious if the shield is removable. I'm not 100% sure. And it is. So it totally is. I believe that means you could put it on. Let's see. Here's Kimberly. We'll take a look at her closer in a minute. But like, I'm curious if it works on Kimberly. If you wanted to recreate like the Boom Studios comics or something. Yeah. That's really cool, actually. Kind of got that little... There we go. Kind of get the bands underneath the arms. Oh, that's fantastic. So you can swap it around with the Rangers, even onto the female molds, which are a little bit different. It is a little less boxy, I think. Or no, it's probably the same box. It just has a script piece now, I believe is how that is going. So that's pretty cool. I like that quite a bit, that you can have that functionality. I do think these faces are kind of terrifying, to be quite honest with you, and Kimberly's going to try to fall. I guarantee it. Cool. So let's put the shield back on here, because anybody who would actually really use it would be in set 2, black and red. So little nervous about the integrity of that, always being bent and everything. I mean, I'm not going to like be swapping the shield around constantly, of course, but let's see what else we got. We got the Dragon Dagger, which that's so tiny. There we go. So they painted it. They don't have like the little buttons painted, but like that would be absurd if they did. So you can put that into his hand, which the Sword of Darkness just fell out of his hand. But that can go into his hand and have this really tiny dagger. You could also holster it here, like that, which is how I will do it, so I don't lose it. And then I will give him the sword, so he doesn't lose that. Oh, come on, Tommy, you got this. Hold the sword. And then we will peg the helmet back on there. So you're always going to have either a helmet not in use or a hairpiece not in use. And let's see how easy it is to... There goes Kimberly. So each of these get these little effect stands, or these little like display stands, which is nice because you can kind of get them in little like battle poses like that or something. Not too crazy, but something like that or whatever if you wanted to. So here is the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger Minimate. With being my first exposure to the Minimate line, I do quite like these as just like little figures to have on my desk or what have you. And I'm really excited to get the second set with red and everything because I always like collecting Mighty Morphin red merch. But the rest of these are going to be pretty similar to the other ones. Here's Billy with that really like disgruntled face, I guess. I'm trying to figure out how you would describe that look. He looks like he tasted something really sour and his like lips are just like you know. But there's that. He does have his glasses. I was gonna say like there's no alternate face or anything back there without glasses or anything like that. But very similar to Green, just basically without a shield. The holster though, it's the same holster, which this is crazy to me. They give you, and they are so tiny, they give you a holstered Blade Blaster, which is what we're going to use in a second. They give you a Blade Blaster in its Blade mode, and they give you a Blade Blaster in its Blaster mode for the Pink Ranger and the Blue Ranger, the two Rangers that would actually have it. You do get the Power Lance as well, combined, with the little coin painted and everything. And then you also get the Power Lance separated, which is also really, really cool. And then, of course, you get the Blue Ranger helmet, which is what we're going to attach here now. So, I do just wish that the helmets were an alternate headpiece. I don't really like the sound of that. I feel like it's going to be really difficult to get them off. The civilian heads. Pardon the planes flying by. There's an air show going on right now, because of course there is. I think that the holster looks like it might be pretty large for the Blade Blaster. I'm afraid of it there's a little hole there to keep it from falling out. Or falling all the way through, I guess I should rather say. But it is like a very huge holster for that, in my opinion. But I mean, it stays in there. Obviously, don't like tilt it that way, it's gonna fall. But there is that. Let's try to get. I suppose I'll have Billy holding the two different lances, or the small lances, which is it's a little tricky to get them to hold the weapons, because like I don't want to like push on them with too much force because I don't want to snap the weapons, but the hands don't really like to stay in the correct spot to deal with them. So I guess that's kind of what we got going on with Billy here. And then we'll attach the stand. So like, I don't know, something like that. They're all going to be very similar poses because you can only do so much with these. But there is that, and then let's get the hair, two little blasters, the power lance. And we'll move Tommy over here. We'll kind of try to move them a little bit closer so you can actually see what's going on. But next up we have the Pink Ranger, which is Kimberly here, which I think it's the same mold for the most part. They just added a skirt, but that doesn't, I mean, it pretty much just limits this leg articulation from working the same way as it was before, but I do like I think hers might be one of the better of the head sculpts, in a way. I think at least I can see Kimberly in this one. Billy I came into with the glasses, but it's not too terrible. Got all the nice paints and everything back there. Let's go ahead and take the hair off so we can, I just threw the little arrow onto the ground by accident, so that was really cool. We shall grab that momentarily, but first I'm trying to slide this helmet on, which it doesn't want to go on. There we go. Yeah, I do not like that mechanic too much, but there is the Pink Ranger helmet. And let me grab that arrow so I can show that off. So you do get this very tiny arrow, which is actually painted better than the Lightning Collection version of it is, which is pretty ironic, or pretty strange. And then here is the power bow, which, look at that. You do have a clip to attach the arrow, so that is quite nice. I do like that quite a bit, so you don't lose the arrow. And we will try to attach. She also has the same Blade Blaster little setup going on here. So let's go ahead and, that's the wrong one. I accidentally put the blade one in. The blade one and the holstered one look so similar. But obviously one has the the blade that sticks out. Oh, it is supposed to go through the holster, which mine did not on Billy's, because I think I just put it in backwards, but there is that to consider. And then we'll try to get the arrow or the bow into her hand. Oh, I dropped the arrow. That's sad. Let me grab that. There we go. And we will peg that back in like so. And there is the Pink Ranger. And we'll grab her stand. Now they also include a fully assembled power blaster, which I find quite interesting. You can't separate this or anything like that. So I'm not sure if the second set is going to come with this as well, because this is kind of a sneak preview, I suppose, for the sword and the daggers and the axe as well. But it's very nicely painted. But like, there's really no point to this existing yet until you have Red to hold it, or you have the whole team to stand behind it. But cool, I don't mind it. It's almost like Alpha's accessory, because Alpha doesn't include anything. Which we will now take a look at him real quick. And here is Alpha 5, which looks really, really good in this kind of scale. They did have, is that molded in or printed on? I think it is printed on, the little pattern on his arm. But like, very nicely painted back there, with like the whole circuitry design even back there on like the back of his feet and on his little elbow pads there. And of course he gets a brand new kind of head because he has that dome little head there, but it's really nice. The little paint scuffs and stuff on mine a little bit, but nothing too crazy. They do a really good job with the circuitry and everything he's got going on, but he doesn't have any like official accessories of his own. You can just kind of have him with his hands up in a, you know, an I pose. So that's kind of what we'll have him going on there. But I really am happy, like I said earlier, that Alpha is included in this set, because I just don't think Alpha gets enough merchandise for Power Ranger stuff, you know, from the Mighty Morphin. I mean, he does pop up, of course, but there he is. And that is pretty much the first set of Power Rangers Minimates, which I do like. They're, I know, like I said, a very popular collectible line, so I can definitely see a Mighty Morphin set being very, popular. They are a little pricey for what they are. I mean, you do get a lot of accessories, nice paint applications, and they do look like nice little desk trinkets, but this set is like $25 for these. Which I think the new set with the other four with red, white, yellow, and black are like 20 something. It's like the same price, a little bit, but I think it also just depends on where you get it from. But you know, like I said, these are fun. I'm not sure how far of these I will go. Obviously, I'm going to get the second set to complete the team. Maybe I'll get the Zords as well. We'll see if there's connecting artwork on all three of those, then absolutely. But for sure, I'm definitely going to get the second set to at least complete the main team. But let me know down in the comments below, are you picking up the Power Rangers Mighty Morphin Minimates? Or do you already have set 1 and are going to get set 2? Or are you waiting to see what other sets they do? And also, what Minimates do you have if you collect these at all? Since these have been a thing since like the early 2000s, I think, something like that. And let me know which kind of Power Rangers you like to see in the Minimates line. So until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LiveRangerKey or LenFigPR. And if you use my Amazon affiliate link for them in the description below, I will get a small commission for that, and it will help out the channel and not cost you anything more to use that Amazon affiliate link for the first set of Mighty Morphin Minimates. And I'll see you all next time.